Kiwis just love butter, the way it oozes onto your knife and glides across your bread. We just can't get enough of it. But because butter is packed with saturated fat, which is known to be bad for your heart, table spread is promoted as a healthier alternative. But with a breathtaking range on sale at the supermarket, selecting the right spread is enough to make your head spin. So tonight we're putting 4 standard table spreads, all of which come in a 500-gram tub, through their paces. First up, our cheapest, home brand table spread at $1.99. Sunrise table spread for $2.99. Meadow Lee original spread for $3.99. And finally, our most expensive option, Olivani at $4.65. I'll compare how our brands stack up nutritionally and take to the street to find out just how much spread Kiwis use. Meanwhile, our Product Check family, the Drews, will report back on their favourite. But first, some history. In the mid-1800s, Napoleon III of France noticed demand for butter had rocketed and held a competition to find a cheap substitute. Voila! But while early spreads were made of animal fat and contained over 80% fat, modern ones contain much lower levels. Likewise, animal fats have been replaced with vegetable oils. Much better, eh, Buttercup? Back to our spreads, though, and how do they stack up when it comes to nutrition? First up, total fat, and with 55%, Sunrise contains the least, while all of our other brands contain 65%. Ultimately, however, it's important to understand not all fats are created equal. Some are good for your health, while others increase your risk of heart disease. So when it comes to judging our spreads, it's not enough to only look at their total fat content. We also need to break it down into the goodies and the baddies. First up, the baddies, trans fat and saturated fat. Solid at room temperature, these fats make your body produce too much cholesterol, which can clog your arteries, increasing your risk of heart disease. And when it comes to trans fat, it's good to see all our spreads meet the recommendation of less than 1 gram per 100 grams. So, well done. Next up, saturated fat, and it's recommended opting for a spread with less than 20 grams of saturated fat per 100 grams. Again, all our spreads make the grade, but with 15 grams per 100 grams, Sunrise contains the least saturated fat, while Olivani has the most. Next, the healthy or good fats, usually liquid at room temperature. These are the unsaturated fats. And with 48.7 grams per 100 grams, Home Brand, our cheapest spread, contains the most, while Sunrise has the least. But fat isn't the only thing worth checking when it comes to selecting a spread. It's also recommended opting for one with less than 400 milligrams of sodium per 100 grams. And when it comes to our spreads, although Olivani contains the least sodium with 330 milligrams per 100 grams, Sunrise also makes the grade, while Meadow Lee and Home Brand both contain more sodium than is recommended. Summing up on our findings on nutrition, therefore, Sunrise scores highest. But what else do you need to know when it comes to table spread and your health? Angela?
Portion control is vital. Remember, a little goes a long way.
So just how much should you use? A closer look at the labels reveals Home Brand, Sunrise and Meadow Lee have a suggested serving size of 10 grams, while Olivani has 5. But just how much spread does the average Kiwi use? We decided to find out. So, how much spread do you use?
I like my bread with a lot of spread, so probably about that much.
Yeah, that's probably about how much I'd put on. Yeah,
Done.
That's it.
Be honest.
Yeah.
There you go.
So here's the secret of long life. You have lots so much, and you live to be 90.
So, although we found the amount of spread used varied, the people we spoke to used an average of 5.5 grams per slice of bread. But which spread does our Product Check family prefer? It's over to the Drews.
The green one was my favourite. I liked the flavour. It was nice and buttery.
It had a nice flavour and it tasted the most like butter.
The blue was my favourite, had a really good glossy texture and a nice buttery flavour.
The blue sample was too salty for me. The red sample was my favourite because it had a mild flavour and a nice colour.
It was really plain and it didn't have any flavour.
The purple sample was my least favourite. The colour looked a bit fake and it had a fatty aftertaste. It tasted horrible, it tasted fake and fatty.
So, Olivani was our family's favourite brand of table spread. But when we take price and our findings on nutrition into account, Sunrise comes out on top with Home Brand coming second. Congratulations, Sunrise!
Tonight, we're renting appliances for the Hidden Camera House. The last company is Mr Rental in Auckland Central.
Their minimum rental term is as short as 1 day, but we got them to quote us for 3 months. It was a staggering $996 with a $200 bond.
This broke down to a 5 to 6 kg washing machine for $240, the most basic home theatre package, $276, and a 32-inch TV was $480. On top of that, $10 insurance would be added as our actress's insurance didn't cover rented items. The equipment was delivered the morning after the booking. The installer uses rabbit ears. Again, we can't understand why he'd use these over the aerial cable. He then moves on to the home theatre and finally the washing machine. This technique is very bad for his back. He then leaves our quickest install yet at 40 minutes. And he left us some chocolates. That's a nice touch. All of the equipment was LG brand and looked new. The TV was an LCD and was preset with Freeview, but the rabbit's ears made for poor reception. The home theatre system was a DVD and CD player with a radio and 2 all-in-one speakers. Our actress thought the washing machine was good, but tricky to fill with powder. So better quality appliances than the previous company, but at a very high cost. They return to pick up the gear 3 months later. The man collects the items. There's still no hand truck for the washing machine, but then he goes back inside the house and decides to have a look in one of the bedrooms. Now he's at the fridge, he inspects its contents and looks like he's going to remove something, but he changes his mind.
Again, it reaffirms the sad fact that you can't always trust everyone in your home when you're not around.
We don't know what he was looking for in our actress's bedroom or what caught his eye in the fridge, but it's not good enough. So overall, although the equipment was good, it was very expensive and the installer went off task looking in bedrooms and the fridge. So we've given Mr Rental Central Auckland 7 out of 10 and they respond.
The actions of entering bedrooms and inspecting fridge contents contravene Mr Rental's behaviour policies and training. This behaviour warrants disciplinary action. The employee, however, is no longer employed by Mr Rental.
So overall from the trial tonight, we'd have to say that Easy Rentals is your best bet if you want to hire appliances in Auckland. That said, with appliance retailers offering interest-free periods and very competitive prices, you might be better to buy them yourself.
Next week on Target, we get locksmiths into the Target house, so why can't they make a key for this chest? This woman says her child was in an approved child restraint, but the police still gave her a ticket, a warning for other parents. And find out what type of dog biscuit is best for your prize pooch. Target tests were done independently by SGS New Zealand Limited.